Today I'm gonna show you guys how to make a YouTube background for your YouTube videos / channel and all these things. So there's that. Hello guys, my name is Marco. So here's the thing, when it comes to a YouTube background, what I mean about this is that a lot of people they have these setups, you know, like I've seen the people like our channels, Beauty Gurus and all these things. They have like a setup where they have their computer, they have the lighting, they have like their setup, also streamers as well. And a lot of these people, when they have these setups, it's great, it's fine, it's functional, and it kind of works because a lot of people, they're not going to be looking how dirty, or they're not going to be looking at your lights or something like that. They're just going to be looking at you. But a lot of times when you're walking into a room or you're walking in somewhere, you're going to see these things. People walk by, they're going to be, oh, this is your studio, this looks like a studio. There's that. One of the things that I recommend having is getting certain things and they have it like really like organic. When you walk by, it looks really great. People walk by, it doesn't look like it's a setup. It looks like somebody just saw it and was like, this looks really well. You did it really good. It looks really pretty or beautiful or whatever. I'm gonna show you just that. So here's the thing. My walls are brown. Okay, I did these a long time ago. I don't know, I wasn't thinking straight. The colors that I would recommend painting with your walls, if you can, are white and gray. Those tend to be neutral colors that work really well. Now, if you want any other colors, I would recommend, if you don't want white or gray or anything like that, I would recommend blue, like a navy blue, or like a maroon, like a dark, you know, reddish or something like that. You can also get brown, maybe black, maybe a texture wall. I would recommend all those things, but you will need to go online, find you know, examples like rooms, decoration, maybe go to IKEA, kind of like figure out layouts, stuff like that, and look at the color of the wall, because sometimes that'll be a lot more interesting. Because a lot of people, they look at the setup or this, you know, aesthetic or whatever, and they think about, looks really cool, but sometimes you need to take them apart piece by piece and you will get something there. Now, if you cannot, you know, color your walls or paint them, whatever, you can always go to a fabric store, get fabric, get some pins, stretch out really wide, and just do that if you cannot. Because I know a lot of people, they live in offices, dorms. I don't know who lives in an office, but you can live on a dorm, an apartment, or a condo, and you can't really paint the walls. But if your walls are white already, then it's fine. Okay, so this next one has to be wall art or anything like that. Wall art is one of those things that I feel like it's much more easier and stuff like that to figure out and stuff like that, because it will make your background look a lot cleaner and a lot interesting. So there's that. Now, when it comes to wall art, there's a few things that I would suggest. Now, if you are a person that's really into gaming, stuff like that, typically you'll just put random, you know, video game posters and stuff like that, which is fine if you like that aesthetic, if you like that idea. But one of the things that I would recommend is getting a few art pieces that have have this aesthetic with them, that have something that matches with each one. I'll put a link in the description to like a place where they actually have something like that. Now, if you go to that website and you like it, but you think it's very expensive, you at least get an idea of what I'm talking about, so then you can go somewhere else and probably find something a lot cheaper, because I don't really, you know, so there's that. A lot of these pieces, you don't really need to like buy them. You can always draw it out, stuff like that. If you don't know how to draw or paint or anything like that, one of the things that I did is that I got these two foam boards. Now, these two foam boards, one of them I painted strictly yellow. The other one I just painted like a blue color, because that's what and I just put them in the wall. And you know what this thing did? It just looks really interesting, because a lot of times you see these setups that look really big and organic and whatever, but a lot of these pieces are just simple pieces, and your eyes visually look at them as being really amazing. So there's that. So this next one is furniture. Now, here's the thing. Furniture, when you get your furniture, it all depends on where exactly type of like setup you want. Will require different types of furniture, and also it's important because that's where you're gonna keep your items, your lights, and all of these things when it comes to furniture. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna show you guys my furniture that I used. First of all, I got this. This is similar to the Alex drawer. I don't know typically what's it called, but this is from IKEA. I did not buy it at IKEA. I actually got it at a thrift store. And what I did is that I cleaned it up and I painted the outer layer gray, which ended up looking really, really well. Also, the other thing I plan on putting on top of it, it's just a big piece of wood on top just because it looks really good. So there's that part. Like I said, a lot of people that go look for furniture, like used furniture, stuff like that, they make the mistake of buying it and not basically painting it. I feel like painting it, it's really important because it brings new life to it. It makes it look different, and that's one of the things I would recommend, because a lot of times people don't do that. So there's that. The other thing I have in here is a Le Mans desk. All of this cost me like around 30 bucks at IKEA, including the leg, stuff like that. I feel like getting the table is really important because that's where you can put, if you're doing makeup, you put your makeup there. If you're doing art, you put the art. Your gaming, your monitors, your like, I don't know, you can also, like, to be honest, this is a separate desk from my original desk. I just have this so I can do close-up shots if I'm working on something. Have a table there. Now when it came to this, I actually wanted to make it look a little bit more unique. So what I did is I got these slabs of wood that look really great. The problem is that if I put these on top of the desk, it's gonna move around, it's gonna rattle a little bit. So what I did is that I got this roll at IKEA. This is something that you put inside of drawers, inside of cabinets, stuff like that, just so like plates and spoons and forks and knives will not move around or rattle. So I got a little piece of this, and you can get these anywhere. You know, I'll put some links on Amazon or maybe eBay or something like that. And if you want the exact same one I got, I'll put it down below at IKEA. So yeah, so I cut down a piece of this, and then I put the slabs of wood on top. It still moves, but not as much, which is great. So there's that. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the props and the items you're gonna put on your desk. Now the first one I got here is this raw crystallized lantern that lights up. I think it looks pretty cool. I'll put a link in the description to an eBay listing where you guys can see exactly what it is, because I'm not sure what it is. This looks really cool. I always tend to get pieces that are very much into the terms of unique, interesting, just because it makes it look really great for a prop item. So that's one thing I did. The other thing is that I got this locker. Now this locker originally was like dark green. It didn't look that great, so I spray painted it gray. Now it looks really, really good and amazing. The other thing I got here is this one, the Pizza Planet from Pixar films, especially all of the Pixar films, but you can mainly see it a lot on Toy Story. I got this one, which I am planning on painting it to make it more realistic type, and I got this at a thrift store, and it was pretty cool. I like it because I'm a huge fan of Pixar, and I want to incorporate that into my background. The other thing I got here is this frame. Now this frame originally was black. I ended up painting it white, which came out looking pretty cool. And what I got here is that I got this ticket. Now this ticket is kind of like the parking sort of ticket, I'm guessing, kind of like the entrance to Disneyland. I also had the ticket when I went to Disneyland, but I need to find that, and I want to put it in here just because it makes it like interesting, because I'm a huge fan of Disneyland, also like Disney stuff like that, and I want to fucking like get that shit in there because it looks pretty cool. There's just so much other stuff that you could do with the setup. This other thing that I got in here is this plant and these other plant accessories. I feel like these plant things will make your background look really, really interesting. Also adding more lights and stuff like that just makes them look more interesting. One thing that I will say this, if the background is more interesting than you, then that kind of sucks. You know, but that's one thing that I would like to say, is that make sure it's more interesting. And also one thing that is really is important, if you're ever going to be like filming yourself and stuff like that, make sure you add your items that are really interesting right here, and the other ones over here. That's why I recommend getting a camera with the wide angle, because it looks great. And I feel like that's about it. I will be making 2.0. This is a 1.0 because there was so much stuff I wanted to add to this, but I didn't because I wanted to get this video done. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope you guys subscribe to my channel. I'll be making much more content. See you guys later. Bye.